The eternally evolving consciousness, out of its own free will, is the cause of the manifestation of the universe. Through her sovereign will, Maya paints this universe on her own canvas. The universe appears separate and diverse due to the differentiation based on the dependent co-arising of subject and object. The subjective individual consciousness, in whom infinite consciousness is in a contracted form, has also the entire universe in a contracted form. The infinite collective consciousness itself descends from the state of incomparable brilliance to the contracted state of individual awareness. The individual bound soul ultimately consists of that absolute consciousness. Just as individual consciousness cannot be separated from the collective consciousness, the soul is always one and none other, beyond all notions of space and time. All the various attempts towards philosophy are only the various roles that the Supreme Self acts out in its magnificent play. Through the constrictive power of Shakti, that supreme and infinite Atman becomes the traveler of the transmigration of the soul. Just as Lord Shiva expands the cosmos through the unfolding of his ultimate nature, he carries out the same creative process even while manifest in a conditioned state within Samsara. Thus he continually does the fivefold acts of manifesting, enjoying, experiencing as self, selling of seed, and reabsorption. In the truest sense, to be ignorant means to be deluded and bewildered by one's own creative propensities, not recognizing their innate causal power. By becoming established in the awareness of one's sovereignty over life, the individual consciousness is united with the supreme collective consciousness through rising to the state of supreme brilliance. The dazzling fire of awakened consciousness consumes all notions of difference as created by duality. Thus, when one acquires the power of the collective consciousness, they assimilate the entire universe unto themselves. When the bliss of the collective consciousness is attained, identification with that supreme omnipresent awareness becomes fully established, even while experiencing this gross physical body. The bliss of consciousness is experienced by becoming withdrawn and centered on the innermost reality experienced in the central channel, Sushumna Nadi. When one regularly regards the awareness within their own heart as the true knower, and thus becomes fully established and dissolved in that state, within a short time, the featureless state of pure infinite consciousness is attained and transcended. While still drunk on the aftereffects of samadhi, one can attain this state permanently by dwelling again and again on their inner identification with that supreme, eternal consciousness. Then, with this highest attainment of entering into the perfect and infinite self, which is absolute bliss and consciousness, and of the nature of the great name, there accrues the mastery over the powers of consciousness, which emanate and reabsorb the universe. For this is all the very nature of Shiva.